Alright, let's break down the latest high-stakes drama hitting the headlines. This time it's about your private health info, political fireworks, and one of California's biggest health programs. June 2025 and Republicans in Congress are demanding answers from Covered California, the state's giant health insurance marketplace, after reports surfaced that some seriously sensitive personal data may have been leaked to big tech companies. So what actually happened? Here's the scoop. Covered California, the website millions use to shop for health insurance, apparently embedded third-party advertising trackers into its site. These trackers weren't just collecting run-of-the-mill browsing info, no, they were reportedly scooping up highly personal details, things like whether someone is pregnant, what prescriptions they're on, their gender identity, if they're a survivor of domestic abuse, and even parts of social security numbers. That's the kind of stuff you never want getting out. And here's the kicker. Most users had absolutely no idea any of this was happening. The trackers were there from February 2024 until April 2025, over a year, before investigative journalists sounded the alarm and the trackers were taken down. By then, a ton of private data might have already landed in places it absolutely shouldn't. Republican lawmakers are not letting this slide. They fired off a letter to Jessica Altman, the head of Covered California, laying out a laundry list of questions. They want to know exactly which companies got this private info, how many people were affected, and what policies, if any, Covered California had to protect users' privacy. And here's something that really stands out. The tracking tools weren't even allowed on pages with sensitive health data, according to the advertising platform's own rules. So not only could this be a breach of user trust, but it might also break agreements with the tech platforms themselves. Let's talk legal stakes. The committee is pressing hard on whether this whole episode violated HIPAA, the federal law that's supposed to keep your health info locked down tight. If there's a violation, Covered California could face some serious consequences, both legally and in the court of public opinion. The lawmakers are demanding a full accounting by July 1st. Every vendor involved, every contract, all the internal policies, and most importantly, whether anyone actually told users their information might have been exposed. So what does this mean for you? If you used Covered California in the past year and a half, your most personal details, from your medical conditions to your social security number, could have been shared without your knowledge. That's a huge breach of trust between a public health agency and the people it's supposed to protect. Right now, Covered California hasn't made all the details public, but the pressure is on, and the next few weeks are going to be critical for transparency, accountability, and maybe even new privacy protections. Bottom line, when it comes to your health data, always double-check who you're sharing it with, and keep an eye out for official updates, especially if you've used Covered California recently. This story isn't over. I'll be watching it closely, so if you want the real story behind the headlines, stick around.